I was looking around and going through some things that I have wrote down and understood about life. Being a young man is not easy out there in the world. It's actually harder. And I was looking at a friends list. I started out with a whole lot of friends. Now I'm gonna tell you straight up. I might have a church shirt on. You might hear me preaching. Might be in church. I have made some mistakes. A whole lot of mistakes. Hanging out with my old homeboys from my home state. I did some things wrong. Did a whole lot of things wrong. Starting with then, I've been back and forth looking for friends. Did a whole lot of things I wasn't proud of. And I did one thing. I did one thing. And that was when I was going to PC college and I actually was taking under um, psychology. They said to ask my friends this one question. I probably had 4 close friends that I was hanging around with during the time. And he said to ask your friends this question and see what would they say. So I asked the question, if you can only save one person between me and another person, who would you save? And every single one of them chose somebody different. But one person in particular, it made me mad because the person that he chose was not even in the choices. He only met the young man 2 days ago and he known me for going on a year and he chose someone else. And said he just liked being friends with people that's Latino, Mexican, and things of that nature. So I said, okay, I transformed myself so I could be, because after that, I didn't have any more reason to deal with these people. So I did a diagnostic test. The same ones that said that still talk to me. But they were talking not in a friendly way. So what I did this, I put restrictions on my phone, such as when you call me, you can't be on the phone cussing with me because I'm around people who, in that case, they don't hear kids cussing. And on top of that, I'm filling out for a job with the White House, filled out for a job with the White House, and got it. And when I get ready to get a call from them or from anybody who's in political office, Nick Cannon or anybody, they don't want to hear you cussing on the phone. They cannot. And then if you're talking more, if you're not letting people hear you on the phone talking one by one, everybody just talking, you won't know what they're talking about. So I said no cussing on the phone, and then one at a time talking on the phone. Those 4 people got mad at me for doing that. Well, not one person, but the other 3 got mad at me for telling them that. So we stopped talking a lot. We stopped talking as much. So I started hanging around with other people, singing, going to different places, singing. Baltimore. One of the other young men that I was singing with was getting ready to go to London and sing up there for a record deal. And hang around with them, and I told them about it, and I told other people that I meet about the same rules, and they didn't have a problem with it. But it's the only ones that was down here that don't want to kick it, don't want to hang out until they want something from you. Now they hang out with everybody else. They talk to everybody else. But when you want them to hang out with you, they don't want to do it. They come up with an excuse. Well, I was on punishment because my grades, which I understand that. But later on that day, he said that his mom took him off. I said, how come you didn't call me on the phone and say, well, my mom took me off. Is it okay if I still come down? It's something if you want to or don't want to. You always have a choice. You don't want to hang out until you want something from me. And I told everybody that I hang around with down here, the ones that don't want to hang out, they have until December 23rd. December 23rd, if I don't have something scheduled down in the book for them, I'm leaving them alone. Because I'm in the process of moving forward, not moving back. And if they just want to tell me, keep pushing me aside for other people, but then want to call me up and see what I'm doing and want to hang out only when they want something. Can you help me do this? Or can you help me get this? I get tired of that. I'm a nice person, but I'm not that nice. I stopped being nice because there's a reason why I stopped being nice. Because you can't be nice to people. You get mean in return. But I'm not going to stop being nice, period. I just stop being nice to them. Until they get ready to make the steps necessary, then that's what you have to do. And that's my advice to you all. If you have people, especially teenagers, let your teenagers see this. If you have friends that don't want to hang out with you until they want something, hang out with everybody else, go everywhere else. But when you ask them to come down or hang out, they say they busy, leave them alone. Give them a deadline, say, okay, I'm going to meet with you at this time. I want you to sit down and talk with me this time. If not, or kick it, I'm going to kick you to the curb. Because you don't need people around that. There's more than 5 billion people in this world you can be hanging around with. More than 5 billion. And I don't want you to get caught up thinking that you have to do things in order to be this person's friend. I left one person alone. I actually left one person alone. No communication, nothing. Sunday, he came back to me. I didn't go to him. He came back to me. And that's what you have to do. You have to leave people alone for them to see exactly what you're talking about. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. A whole lot of these people that don't want to do anything but just call you and worry you, say you change. Yeah, you going to change. You're going to change right to the bank with that money. Because you see that they don't want to do anything but criticize. Don't want to hang out but just criticize. So this is just a little inspiration on friends and what to do in order to get to that level. And it's a song that was playing in the background. It's called True Friend. No friend on this earth is like a true friend like God. God said in His Word that He let us come together. So that's the reason I want you all to come together and kick it with me. Because I can open doors for you. I might be young, but I have things. I've been places, done things, and going to continue to do things. We never had a black president and governor. We never had a black governor in Arkansas, and I plan on running for governor. My vision and my plan, and I'm still gonna go through with that, is to run for president. So not only we have one black president, but we will also probably have 3 in that time period. So I'm here. You know how to get in touch with me. I have a website, www.ministercoreymatthews.webs.com. Also, I'm on Facebook. Also, you can add me on here, just subscribe. And just don't be a stranger.